We've got a bit of breaking news for you, and the man to bring it to you is none other than Mr. Queensland here at Sky News, the wonderful Peter Gleeson, joining us from that mighty GC. Kiss the ground for me, hug Broadbeach with both of those big arms for me, and Warren Mundine, who's from the Centre of Independent Studies, the Indigenous Forum Director. Gleeso, let's talk quick bit of footy news. What's breaking?
Well, this could be the greatest heist since the great bookie robbery back in the 50s. It looks like Queensland, for the second successive year, will steal the grand final from Sydney. We understand talks between the Australian Rugby League, Peter V'landys and his commission have broken down with the New South Wales government. There is no trust there. They're not talking. And, of course, Queensland, Anastasia Palaszczuk, Harvey Lister over there at Suncorp Stadium are saying, you're welcome any time. I mean, it's a massive... I was there last year for the grand final, Paul. A massive, massive night. And, look, if that's the case, Dominic Perrottet, you know, he'll lose a fair bit of buck if he loses the grand final. And we know that there are issues going on at the moment between Peter V'landys and Dominic Perrottet. So that's the news. It looks like Queensland... Chris Jones, the editor of the Courier Mail, says 60-40.
Oh, hello.
At this stage.
All right, well, good luck to everyone on all of that. Full coverage and all the rest of it on the website and in the paper tomorrow. Now, Warren, I want to go to the United States, where Minnesota has apparently put out a system here that if you have to get rid of teachers, the first ones that must be sacked are white. Now, apparently, if a teacher who is a member of a population of underrepresented among licensed teachers is at the site, the district shall assess the next least senior teacher who is not a member of unrepresented population. So if you have to cull the number of teachers, Whitey goes first.
I just can't believe all this mess that we've gotten into now. Look, for 150 years, 200 years in the United States, African Americans, black Americans, and that were fighting to be equal with everyone else and fighting to get their civil rights and that. Now we've got it. We fought up to the 60s, getting rid of racism and pushing it to the side. And now we've gone so far into racism now, it's unbelievable. I've never heard such a racist document since the Ku Klux Klan rode into Georgia.
Well, that's correct, right? But, Gleeso, think about this, right? It is illegal to hire or fire somebody based off their race, which is exactly what they're doing.
That's exactly what they're doing. And, Paul, you know, I've said this once, I'll say it again. Get used to it. If you voted for the Greens, you voted for the Teals, you voted for the Labor Party, which is now run by the left faction, get used to this affirmative action bull dust, this nonsense that we're seeing. And the only time anyone will actually get it and go, this is wrong, it's discriminatory and it's stupid, is when one of those 40 or 50-something women who sit back with their Chardonnay and vote for the Greens or Teals or the Labor Party because they think they're going to save the planet, they've got a whole raft of other policies out there which make life in this country and around the world crazy. They're crazy. Get used to it. You voted for them.
I love you. I really love you. And quickly here, Warren, apparently there's been a reduction in the number of people that are volunteering around Australia. Obviously, the past couple of years because of COVID. But have you sensed anything in the community that people are not volunteering the way they used to?
Yes, it's been a long-term thing. Just take COVID out of it because, as you know, I work in a number of charities just like yourself. And you're seeing that number of volunteers going down. And it seems to be a whole thing about community and that now. It's been going on since, probably about the early noughties. And the numbers, and it is a worry, it is a worry that people aren't going out there and volunteering and getting out and working in the soup kitchens and doing stuff,
Because people need it, so if you can, go back and do maybe some of the things you used to do in the past. And obviously, for younger people, don't just leave it all up to your parents and grandparents to being the ones volunteering. Thank you, lads. Do appreciate it.